at one area that is very essential for the physicists in the course of learning to use the language of physics correctly, and that is units. Unit conversion procedure is also part of what you need to master as a physicist. And when you're having discussions with another person, you'll be able to literally convert whatever units they are talking to you about to whichever one you prefer or you understand. For this discussion, we shall discuss metric system, and you'll be fed with information that will make you an expert in metric system. By the time we finish this discussion, you'll be able to approach any metric system problem with confidence. Most especially for students. A lot of students lose marks when they are trying to solve any particular problem because of inability to convert from one unit to the other correctly. As a prelude, let me introduce you to the three most important measuring units. First one is gram. Gram is used for the measurement of mass, the weight of an object and so on. And of course, the unit is G. The second one is meter. Meter is used for the measurement of length and distance, and while the third one is liter. Liter is used for volume or the capacity of a particular container. So let's quickly look at what meter is all about. For instance, in the journey from the city of Mumbai to Pune, that is 147.7 kilometers. And of course, this one can also be converted to meters or to miles as you wish. Also in US, the journey between two cities can be between 50 or 40 and so on. All these units are either in miles or kilometers, but in physics, it's always in meters most times, because many of the times, objects are used to represent the real physical objects in the world. So, sometimes we have to deal with small units. For measurement of mass, unit is given in a gram, and of course, we use it to weigh every object in the world. From minutest objects, even in chemistry, minutest objects as small as atoms, molecules are being weighed, and they already have weight. Of course, for humans, we take our weight, and it has become so popular these days because you also need to pay attention to this weight for health purposes. And let's also go further on weight. For an apple, for instance, the weight is about 150 gram to 250 gram. So if you have 20 of such apple, then that means you have about 3,000 gram on your hand. Then for volume, example is water. The bottled water, at least the one I'm showing here, is about 1.5 liters or 1 liter. However, there is a relationship between units of 1 liter and so on. Although pineapple too, The above table depicts the arrangement of metric units. While the base units are in the middle, others are prefixes. In measurements, there are two basic divisions of approach of units. We have base or fundamental units, and of course we have derived units. A base is a unit adopted for measurement of a base quantity. It is fundamental unit such that no quantity in the subset can be expressed in terms of the others. The SI units are meter, abbreviated M, for measurement of length and distance. Gram, abbreviated as G, for measurement of mass and weight. Seconds, abbreviated as S, for measurement of time. Another example is ampere, abbreviated as A, for measurement of current, and a host of others. Now, the derived units. They are units that are derived from one or more of the 7 base units. So, derived units are either dimensionless or they are product of base units. Here are some examples of derived units. Meter square with unit m square for measuring areas. Cubic meters with unit m cube for measuring volume. Watts with unit W for measuring power. Consider this table shown that shows the relationship between fundamental and derived units. The metric system also includes other units that are neither base nor derived units. They are practical units, which are also family of metric units. They are minutes with symbol min for time, seconds S, day D, and liter L. Unit conversion. Unit conversion is the word for converting the units from one to another unit. In physics, we usually have to convert from one standard to another, such as mile to meter, hour to second, kilogram to gram, etc. In order to be versed in the business of using conversion, learners need to be conversant with the table of conversion. Please see as shown some of the table of conversion that you can study to understand how this conversion are made. Now, what is conversion? Conversion of unit is a multi-step process which involves multiplication or division by a numerical factor, and this is done using multiplication factor. Unit conversion is very important, and not doing it correctly can be costly. Let me give an example of what happened in the past. When Mars Climate Orbital Probe was launched by NASA on December 11, 1988, then there was an attempt to guide the probe on September 23, 1999. NASA could not locate it as it has lost contact with it. When investigation was carried out why this was so, it was discovered that the software attached to the probe was recording the performance data in English span second, whereas the unit value for other pieces of software was in SI unit of Newton second. This failure to pay adequate attention to this conversion factor cost NASA hundreds of millions of dollars. Now, unit conversion. You can do conversion of basic metric system easily by adopting the use of acronym tagged King Henry, and it goes like this. King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk. This mnemonic is a very good memory aid to help master the conversion. Let's use the SI unit for length, meter, and grams for weight or mass, and note that any of these units can actually be used. So the table below here shows how the mnemonics look like. In order to be versed in the business of unit conversion, learners need to be conversant with the table of conversion, especially for beginners. These are the examples. Now, we'll treat these mnemonics further in the future, but what I've just done here is to let you get familiarized with the issue of units, metrics, and so on, so that you'll be able to appreciate it when we begin to talk on some deeper physics topics, that border on measurement in space and all that. Thank you for your attention, and I still want you to subscribe, please.